What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Touchdown with Doug Smith, one of your favorite destinations for NFL draft content. And folks, I am not letting you down on this one. I have not only a home run hitter on the show, and we ain't talking baseball. This guy could catch anything, deep balls. He's a slot receiver, and he is a yak machine. Coming off of a very successful final year at Yale University, first team All Ivy League, All American. I have Mason Tipton from Yale University. How are you today, man?
Doing well, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir, dude. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. You and I were texting. You literally just got out the gym, man. So you've been grinding, man.
Yes, sir, man. Have to. It's that time of year, bro.
Absolutely, man. How has this whole process been for you, man?
I'm trying to embrace it, man. It's real fortunate for me. I've been looking forward to this for my whole life. Trying to just take it day by day and really just, be great every day. That's all I can really focus on. So I'm excited for the journey, man.
That's awesome, man. Speaking of your journey, we're going to get into a little bit of everything. How you fell in love with football, what you're doing now to get ready for the next level, a few other cool questions in here. But take us from the beginning. You're from Akron, Ohio. When did you first fall in love with the game of football?
Man, I started playing tackle football in the fourth grade. Dad was coaching me, obviously, played all the way up through. Starting in high school. High school, I was fortunate enough to go to a football powerhouse in Akron, Ohio, Archbishop Hoban. Probably what set me up for the success I had in college was coming from Hoban. It was a lot of big time talent. All 4 years I was there, it was four straight state championships. I think I really fell in love with the game because, every day it was going against high level guys just in practice. So when we got to the games, I never faced anything that I hadn't seen before. Same with college. It prepared me so well um, for college, especially. And I'm so fortunate, and obviously getting, to Yale and going to now, man. I'm super fortunate, super blessed, and I couldn't be more thankful for the journey I've had.
Doing a deep dive on you. I saw your dad used to play for Akron. Is that right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh man, what was that a tough decision? Potentially going to Akron or Yale or?
Nah, man. I think Akron is about 5 minutes from me. I've been around University of Akron my whole life. I think as soon as Yale offered me, my mom really pushed it in front of me like, "Hey, Mace, you really should take a look." I never, I guess going through high school, I never thought I'd be an Ivy League football player. But as soon as I got to the campus, as I was going through the recruiting process, I loved it. And it's funny. Me and my dad go back and forth all the time. He was a DB, so it's funny how
Oh,
things work out. Yeah.
yeah. Does he from time to time give you a few little gems, being that he was a DB?
No, I think my dad tries to give me the most game that he can. Not really from a defensive back, more from a speed explosion,
Okay.
all things that he could give me. He has a bigger frame. He's 6'3", so
Mhm.
unfortunately, I didn't inherit the 6'3" genes, but I did inherit his speed. So that's
Yeah,
something he tries and pushes me to get to all the time.
that's great, man. That's great. Oh, you're still a pretty tall guy. You're 5'11", 6 foot tall. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing, man. What are some things that you're doing right now to get ready for the next level? Obviously, you're training. Where are you training at, and how's that going?
So I'm in South Florida right now, Miami. It's a blessing, like I said, man. It's I'm living the dream. I couldn't be more blessed. Really, it's just skill work. Trying to get in the best shape possible. I have a Senior Bowl coming up in about 14 days, so trying to get in the best shape possible, make sure I'm healthy, and so I can go out there and put a great product on the field.
That's amazing. So you're going to be at the Reese Senior Bowl,
Tropical Bowl,
Tropical
Tropical Bowl
Bowl.
down in Orlando. Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna love that stadium. It's in Camping World Stadium, and it's
hmm
nice. I've been there a bunch of times. Really great
Yeah, I'm,
place.
I'm I'm excited, man. Excited for the experience.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah, a lot of guys will be, a lot of scouts will be there as well
hmm
too, man. So that's
Yes,
pretty
sir.
cool, man. Um, when it comes to being a receiver, man, what kind of receiver would you describe yourself? Because I see you catching short passes and taking it to the house, and also catching deep balls. And man, like, what kind of receiver would you say you ultimately would describe yourself as?
I think looking at my film, I'm definitely more of a big play receiver. But it goes to say that I can run every route. Intermediate to the long ball. I think I track the deep ball so well. Going back to my baseball days, I'm a center fielder,
Mhm.
and just it's always been very natural for me to track the long ball. And I think that's been probably one of my best attributes is just the timing of the long ball. But I'm also very quick and twitchy off the line, and I think a lot of my separation I get immediately. So that's definitely one of my best attributes for sure.
That's amazing. Speaking of twitchy, that was going to lead me to my next question. I love how you're able to contort your body in the air, almost horizontal to catch a ball, and your feet, man, like you're able to get both feet in bounds. A lot of receivers, they get that 1 foot because college, right? The
Yes,
NFL,
sir.
you got to get both of them. I see you doing it already, man. Man, did that come natural? Is that something you worked up to, or?
Man, fortunately, it's natural. I mean, I can't say I've really tried to really put work into that. I think I've just been blessed just to naturally try and get two down every time I can.
Love it, man. And who are some NFL receivers you say that you possibly model your game after?
I watch a lot of Devontae Adams just because of how twitchy he is off the line. I think his release
Yeah,
game is arguably the best in the game. Aside from that, I watch a lot of Christian Kirk. I think he's a very undervalued receiver.
yeah.
Real quick, twitchy, fast, tracks the long ball extremely well. Those two guys just kind of try and model. Devontae's a little bigger, but Christian Kirk especially is similar in size, and any game that I can get, any edge I can get, see if I can learn something new, is always what I push for.
Amazing, amazing. Now, you've had a very successful college career while playing at Yale. People don't know this, but Yale, Brown, Princeton, they were the original powerhouses in college football. Then, obviously, education is a huge priority for those schools as well, too. What's a misconception that people have about Yale college football?
Um, I think it's just tough. I think people will realize, at least get a better understanding of what kind of football it is, if you watch and if you're there. I think some of the biggest realizations that we see is, when we get coaches come in from, anywhere just to, take a new position coach job or offensive coordinator job, whatever it may be. And, they actually realize like, man, this is actually pretty good football. I think, it's tough. Ivy League is obviously a huge academic powerhouse, among all the elite universities. And I think that, football is kind of overlooked. Athletics in general is kind of overlooked, but man, if you're actually there and you watch, man, I think you'll see that it's actually pretty good football, good comp, and
I agree.
the buzz is there. I think there's more buzz than people give it credit for.
Absolutely. There's a lot of ballers, man, in the Ivy League school, in Ivy League school college football programs. We look at last year's draft. Actually, a friend of the show, he's been here too, Andre Yosivas on the Cincinnati Bengals. Dude is
Hmm.
rookie year already had 2 touchdowns. And hey, if T. Higgins ends up going to another team, he's an easy shoe-in for wide receiver number 2. Again,
No
came from
doubt.
Princeton. So
Hmm.
one thing I
No
noticed
doubt.
about you, like you're so determined, like your persona reminds me of Andre in a lot of ways. Very similar play styles as well, too. He's a little bit taller guy, but you both are just freak athletes, and it
Hmm.
applies to the field, man. So that's pretty cool, man. I want to
Yes,
ask
sir.
you, you're a baseball fan, man. Who's your favorite baseball team?
Mm, I'm gonna have to go with the hometown. I'm a Guardians guy.
Okay,
I can't say that
nice.
I'm an avid baseball MLB guy, but if I'm gonna root for a team, I got to root for the hometown Guardians.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. It's good to see the Red Sox fans up there didn't get to you yet, so that's good.
Yeah, stay away from those guys.
Yeah, yeah. I finished high school in Rhode Island, actually, so I'm
Okay.
very a lot of family in Meriden, Connecticut, so I'm very familiar.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. Once you're selected by a team, man, whether it's day 1, day 2, day 3, UDFA, wherever it is you may fall, what are some of your goals year 1 in the NFL?
Man, I think just to show what I can do. I think coming from Ivy League, like we just talked about, I think just to put the best product on the field, man. I think if I put all my cards in and put all my chips in and work my ass off every day, excuse me,
No, you
um,
good.
that's I can never be wrong. I think the best thing I can do for myself is just to grind every day, focus on the day to day, and put the best product on my on the field, as much as I can day in day out, and whatever outcome that is, I'll be satisfied. And but at the end of the day, man, I'm an elite competitor, and I live for the high pressure moments, and I look forward to every opportunity I have to compete, and wherever that takes me is where it's going to take me.
Amazing, amazing. Do you have a favorite type of offense that you hope to play in?
Not necessarily. I think I don't think there's a perfect system. For me, I think I can adapt. I think I have skill sets that can fit a variety of offenses. But at the end of the day, whatever system gives me a chance to compete is the one I want to be in.
I love it. I love it. And then one of my last questions here today. for NFL teams who are doing research on you, and they do all kinds of things. They talk to next door neighbors, college professors. They're like, what kind of student was he? Because you're going to be a huge investment for them. What's something you want them to know about you that they perhaps may not know already?
Kind of like I said, man, I think if you watch the games and you go back and watch my tape, obviously there's certain skills that you can see, but I think it's just what I said, man. I'm an elite competitor, and I love to win, and I take each and every rep, very seriously, man. It's there's nothing I like more than going to give out my best and showing what I can do at the highest level. So I think that my competitive edge is kind of what sets me apart from a lot of people, and I guess my strive to just give my best every day. I think that my drive is kind of what makes me who I am.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I could see that on the field, man. Like, you are hype. Like, there was a picture you had on your Instagram, man. I'll be sure to post this when I do my final editing. But you're getting embraced by one of your teammates, and you can see the roaring lion in your eyes. I can't reenact too well, but
Yes, sir.
you're
Yeah,
doing your
man.
thing, man. You're balling, man. And because you're balling, I know you're gonna get the call, man. So
Appreciate it.
great things along your way for you, man. That being said, man, when you're finally selected, man, what is that gonna feel like to you, man?
Like a dream come true, man. My family, I've been so blessed my whole life, man. My dad, my mom, my entire family, they put everything into me, and whatever I've needed, training, flight to go here, to go visit, or recruiting through high school, man. They've given everything to me, and the best thing I can do for them is repay them back. So that's really what it's going to mean to me, man. Is kind of the culmination of the years that they put into me. Is the day that I get picked up, and I can give back to them. That's what I look forward to.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, Mace, thank you so much for taking and coming on the show today, man, sharing your story. My heart's racing right now, not because I'm nervous, but I'm just so freaking excited for you, man. And any NFL team, even whether it's the Miami Dolphins is my favorite squad, or another team, you got a fan of me for life. I want you to know that, man.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you having me, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And before we go, any shout outs, man?
Oh, shout out Akron, man. I'm gonna rep the hometown, till I die. So shout out to 330. They've embraced my whole life. So can't wait to give that back to them too. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Absolutely, man. Shout out to Trey Tucker and Tyler Scott, friends of the show.
Yes, sir.
Also Akron natives, and they're crushing it in NFL, man. You'll be joining them very soon, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, boss.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, go down below, comment, let us know how this interview made you feel. Also, I'm gonna have all social media stuff down below, so you can give him a follow. That's gonna be in the description of this video. Give him a follow, get inspired. Thank me later. We'll catch you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith.
Turn 100 for the touchdown. King crown, gain inside, leading your town. Hit you faster than the sound. Bad boy, throw it down. Yeah, I'm ill, not my will. Don't cop a fill the house. Listen to the roaring crowd. Drop a light, calm it down. Heisman, all the haters mouth. Superhero hit them wow. Packing more action than bing, boom, bam, pow. Touchdown for the win. We live, subscribe right now.
Thanks for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where I cover all 32 NFL teams plus NFL exclusive interviews. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the alerts, comment below, and we'll catch you next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith.